This meeting is being recorded.
Hello, everyone. Welcome to another class on leadership. We are so glad to have you guys here again this week. How's your week been? So today we're going to be having teamwork and conflict resolution, and our instructor will take it away. So, sir, are you ready?
Yeah, thank you so much, Ms. Farida. Thank you so much. Welcome, everyone. And I hope you had a very productive day. I hope your week went very well as well. It's another session on leadership, and today, like she has rightly said, we'll be looking at teamwork and conflict resolution. So I'll be sharing my screen shortly so that we can get started. Yeah. So I'm sharing my screen now, and I want to believe you can all see my screen. All right, so as we hope that others will join us in a short while, we're about 16 the group now. I mean, outside those of us that are in-house members. So let's get started. Um, Once again, today we are looking at teamwork, and conflict resolution. Teamwork and conflict resolution. So we'll be explaining what teamwork is, and we'll also be looking at what it means to build a team and how you can lead a team. We'll also be looking at the strategies that you need to resolve conflicts. You will understand what conflicts means or what it is in an organization, in a group, the causes of conflicts, and how you can resolve conflicts. So all of these are what we'll be looking at in this session. Now I'm going to start with this quote from John Maxwell. It says, "One is too small a number to achieve greatness. You cannot do anything of real value alone." So with this, I'm going to start the session on teamwork. Please do put in mind these particular quotes. One is too small a number to achieve greatness. You cannot do anything of real value alone. The quote emphasizes the importance, the essence of teamwork. So, what is teamwork? What is teamwork? Teamwork is working together to reach a common goal. Like you have a group of people pushing a car that is stuck in the mud. You will observe that each person helps and together the car moves. You will also observe that when you are doing that, you pull the car in the same direction, or you push the car in the same direction. Either you are pushing or you are pulling, just to ensure the car moves. So there is a common goal, which is to get the car out of the mud. So you will observe that in that example I've given, no one could do it alone, but everyone's effort combined, the job gets done faster and better. That is what teamwork is all about. Also, if you look at hands, building their nest. Or when you look at the football players in a football field, on the football field rather, and they are passing the ball to win a match. Now, that is teamwork. It's all about sharing the load. It's all about trusting each other. For one player to pass the ball to the other player, there must have been a level of trust and confidence that let me push it to him. It's going to achieve me to achieve my goal. And then doing your part so the whole group succeeds. That gives us the idea of what teamwork is all about. But then let's look at a more formal definition of teamwork. So teamwork refers to a collaborative effort of a group of individuals working together toward a common goal. Please note the emphasis on working together toward a common goal. Leveraging diverse skills, knowledge, perspectives to achieve outcomes that would be difficult to attain individually. Yes, that is the basic definition of teamwork. You collaborate together. You work together. There's a common goal ahead of everyone, and then you now leverage on diverse skills, diverse knowledge, diverse perspectives to achieve outcomes. Now look at the last line there. You achieve outcomes that would be difficult to attain alone. So you will quickly call back to mind the quote from John Maxwell that there is nothing great that is achieved alone, that one is too small a number to achieve greatness. So teamwork is a cornerstone of effective organizational functioning across all disciplines, from medicine to engineering to talk of any field, to music, to just think of any field. One person cannot get the work done exceptionally. One person is too small to achieve greatness. Just like a single animal does not make up a zoo, a single tree does not make up a forest. You see, a single man does not make up a country. One is too small to achieve greatness. So from business and education to healthcare and engineering, enabling members to pool their resources, divide tasks efficiently, and support each other in problem solving. That is teamwork. That is what teamwork is all about. I want to look at key components of effective teamwork. When we talk about components, I'm talking about, the structures that make up what we call teamwork. Different parts that must be assembled together for you to have effective teamwork. Number one component of effective teamwork is shared goals. The goals must be shared. We are going to be looking at all of this in detail in the course of this session. Number two is strong leadership. Anywhere you want to have effective teamwork, there must be strong leadership. Number three, there must be clear communication. Number four, there must be conflict resolution skills in place, because conflicts are inevitable, as we are going to see in the course of this class. Also, there must be mutual trust and respect. there must be mutual trust and respect. Number 6, adaptability and accountability. Each of the team members must be able to adapt, and they must be accountable to each other or to one another, depending on the size of the team. Number 7, there must be commitment and accountability. Yes. Remember, adaptability and accountability. And when you are committed as well, you are still accountable. Number 8, there must be defined roles and responsibility. And then there must be adaptability and problem-solving skills. Now, each of these pairs that have been listed are very, very important pairs. You must be able to adapt to solve problems. You must be able to adapt to be able to account, to the team. So we are going to look at this more broadly, looking at each one of them. Number 1, shared goals. The component of effective teamwork, there must be shared goals. Now, number 1, everyone works toward the same end. From the illustration I gave about a group of persons trying to get a stuck car out of the mud, you see, they are working towards the same end. Some people will not be pushing the car back to the mud, and some people trying to get the car out of the mud. No. Everybody works towards getting it out. So they are working towards the same end. On a football pitch, there will be no player trying to go and throw the ball inside their own net. I don't think any reasonable player will do that, except it happens by mistake. But for any player to intentionally be given the ball and he starts moving towards his own net, and that would be very, very strange. So you see, everyone in a team works towards the same end. And that's why you find that even for footballers, the word team A, team D, the word team is something that so much resonates with them because they work together to achieve the same goal. So example would also be in a school group, and you are giving maybe a practical. All of you would want to get an A on the assignments and working towards the same goal. So that is one component of effective teamwork that we cannot overemphasize. Number 2, there must be strong leadership. You will discover that in every team, that's why in school you will have a team leader. Somebody has to represent everybody. Somebody has to be a spokesman or to be the leader of each of the teams. So a good leader guides the team and keeps them motivated. That's one of the qualities of a good leader. He provides guidance. Okay, since we have agreed, let's go this way. A good leader encourages everyone. He keeps people motivated. So a team captain, for example, encourages players and sets the game plan. So if there is no leader in a team, if everybody is not ready to lead, if no one is ready to lead in a team, for example, now you are shared into a group of 10 and you are told pick a leader among you, or somebody should voluntarily become to become a leader, and nobody is willing. You discover that nothing will get done, nothing will be done. Nothing, because nobody is willing to volunteer to be a team leader. So in a team, you can see how important these components are. In a team, there must be strong leadership. Number 3, clear communication. I want to believe you are taking notes of all of these important components of effective teamwork. Number 3, clear communication. Everyone shares ideas and listens well. Now, communication is not about talking. One of the key components of effective communication is effective listening. Your ability to listen and understand your partners is one of the indispensable quality of a good communicator. Some people think communication skill is okay, my ability to speak. No, it's way more than that. It's you paying attention to how others feel, you are paying attention to understand what others think. You want to understand their perspective. Someone said one of the key to communication is seek to understand people first before you try to be understood. So if you are thinking of, I want to improve my communication, it's not about talking, it's not about having the right response, it's about understanding others. And of course, it involves your ability to bring forth, to push through your own ideas to others as well, without messing things up. So there must be clear communication. Now, in a group project, for example, each person knows what to do because plans were clearly discussed. For example, if you have a group project now and somebody is to be the secretary, to document whatever is discussed, the person knows, okay, I've been deputized or nominated to write reports. Another person, probably someone is deputized to go and purchase the materials. So all of these are components of effective teamwork. Another one is mutual trust and respect. Mutual trust and respect. You will not have effective teamwork if there is no respect for one another, if there's no mutual trust. Every relationship is based or premised on the foundation of trust. If there is no trust, there cannot be relationship. And teamwork, as it is a level of relationship. So team members believe in each other's skills and treat everyone kindly. That is the place of respect. There must be respect for your team members. And for you to be a good team, a team player, you must trust others. If you don't trust others, do you know why? If you observe people playing football, probably when you have the local games and you have a friendly match, probably among yourself, and you find that someone is always trying to play alone. And once the ball gets to his hand, he's on the run, he's moving towards the net. There's something he has as a perspective. That would be that he doesn't trust that anybody will be able to score the goal as he would have done, and then let him do it by himself. So sometimes you say, oh, this guy doesn't like sharing ball with anybody. He's a low ranger. What he's struggling with is trust. So for us to have effective teaming, there must be mutual trust. So there must be mutual trust. Then the last on the list there is conflict resolution skills. Teams must be able to handle disagreements calmly and fairly. So if two members disagree, they should be able to talk it out and find a middle ground. So conflict resolution is one key aspect of effective teaming. So okay, let me quickly explain these other ones as well. Adaptability and then accountability. The team adjusts to changes and still deliver results. Can you see? That's why I said, you see, it's not unnecessary repetition to have seen the word accountability with adaptability, and then you are still seeing accountability with commitment. When you adjust to changes, for example, now, when COVID broke forth, people had to resort to working remotely. Now that you adjusted to the change, the mode of working does not by any means implies that you should not deliver results. So adaptability and result delivery is expected in effective teamwork. So nobody should say, oh, sorry, I couldn't get the work done because I'm working from home. You want to ensure that as you're adapting, probably you are working from home, you want to ensure you're also delivering results. You are delivering results. So then commitment and accountability as well. Team members stick to their task and own their results. Now, this one now is about you. You should be able to, even though we have earlier said that one person is too small to achieve greatness. Nothing great is done alone. However, inside a team, just like you have the goalkeeper, a goalkeeper is playing his own role, ensuring that at his own hand, nothing fails. Somebody who is a striker or somebody who is a defender, each of them tries to ensure that nothing fails at their end. The same way, when you are in an organization, probably you are in the marketing department, or you are in the engineering department, or you are in any department, probably the quality department of the company, whichever department you find yourself, or you are in the development uh, design team of the company, you are expected to be doing your work such that by the time you are to account for what you have been doing while you are alone, your commitment is counting. So if someone says that they will finish a report, they should ensure that they do it on time, and then they are accountable. Then defined roles and responsibilities. Each member knows their specific job. You see, there will be no effective teamwork if people don't know what to do. If people don't know what to do, you must have the understanding of your role. And what's the goal of this training is to prepare you to become a leader. And you as a leader, one of the quality that sets you apart is to ensure that everyone knows what to do. Nobody is confused. The last on the list here says adaptability and problem-solving skills. Team members stay calm, find solutions when problems come. If a machine breaks down, for example, in a company, the team finds a quick fix and then they keep it working. So let's move forward and look at a case study. A case study of team building in business. A case study of Apple in team building, no, in business, team building. Looking at the case study of Apple. Now, Apple is an household name now. Almost everyone knows Apple. But then, Apple, if someone should ask you who is the CEO of Apple or the founder, of course, everybody will echo his name as Steve Jobs. But he is not the only one who is doing the work in Apple. So Apple's teamwork has been instrumental in achieving groundbreaking projects, such as the development of the iPhone. Now, almost everyone hopes that one day I'm going to use iPhone, at least majority of persons. Now, these iconic products revolutionized the smartphone industry and showcased the power of collaboration within the company. Now, the iPhone's success was driven by cross-functional teams comprising of, look at the people that are working on the products called iPhone. You have a team of engineers, designers, marketers, and software developers. These are the major teams working together. Now, each team brought unique expertise to the table, ensuring the seamless integration of hardware and software. For instance, look at it. The design team, they focused on creating a sleek, user-friendly interface that sets the iPhone apart from competitors. You know, when we're in primary school or secondary school, there's always this competition sometimes that say, okay, doctors are better than engineers and all of that. But you see, in a company, everybody works together. There's nothing like we are better than you. So the design team, they bring their knowledge to the table. The engineering team, they work on innovative hardware solutions, and such as the multi-touch screen that we have today. The engineering team are thinking of how can we, they are not thinking of how are we going to beat software engineering team. No. They are thinking of how do we complement what the software engineering team are bringing. And then the software team, they develop the iOS operating system, which provided a smooth and intuitive user experience. They are not thinking of how are we going to compete with the engineering team. No. But rather, how are we going to complement them? The marketing team also, they are crafting compelling campaigns to highlight iPhone's features and benefits. They want to get what the engineers have done, the software team, the developers. They want to get the ideas to the people. So they are crafting out compelling campaign. They are doing exhibitions and all of that. So this collaborative approach fostered creativity, efficiency, and innovation. And this enables Apple to deliver a product that transforms the way people communicate and interact with technology. So you see, Apple is not just Apple because one person founded it, but because several persons agree to work together and achieve outstanding and then, groundbreaking innovation. So are you thinking of becoming a founder? Are you thinking of having your own company? One person does not make up a company. Just like a single lion, even though he's a lion, does not make up a zoo. Importance of teamwork. We want to quickly look at the importance of teamwork. I want to believe that you are following. If you are following, drop your comments in the chat box there and let me know you are following. Now, importance of teamwork. Number one, important. The first importance is enhanced creativity and innovation. If you want to look at it, it's not just that you are creative, it's not just that you are innovative, but if you want to enhance it, you want your creativity to be enhanced, you need teamwork, you need people. So collaboration brings together diverse perspectives and ideas, leading to creative solutions and breakthrough. That's why they will say that two good heads are better than one. That's why you see, when you are doing projects, they want you to be two, at least two, and possibly more. The goal is not so that somebody will hide under the other, but that each of you will contribute your own effort, you bring in your perspective, and then you have better results that exceed what one person would have bring to the table. So appreciate teamwork. Learn to work with people. Number two, importance of teamwork. It improves efficiency and productivity. If you are the only person doing the work, just imagine if you have a school, you are running a school, and you are the founder of the school, but you have nobody working with you, but you are very brilliant, very intelligent, only that nobody works with you. You are the only one that wants to take all the courses that your students are going to register for. You are the one that will sweep the class. You are the one that will wait to close the door and lock the gates. Even if you can do it, you will soon wear out. You are the one that will drive the students to their homes. You are the one that will take records of, the attendance of the students. You will not be able to perform efficiently. But you want to improve your efficiency as a leader. You want to improve your productivity. Oftentimes, it's not that you can't do those other things, but you need people who are willing or who have better strengths than you do in those areas. There are some things you can do, but you don't like doing. For example, some people, almost everybody can write, but some people are not comfortable with writing when it's becoming too long. Or some people just find it very easy to write or to type, and they would easily be delegated as secretary of the team. Some people can easily keep track of discussion and they will not allow the team to miss anything. So you must know your strengths. Teamwork improves efficiency. Number three, shared goals and unity. You see, teamwork fosters a sense of shared purpose. Without teamwork, the people will not have a sense of belonging. There's no purpose. People will ask themselves, what am I doing here? Because there's no teamwork. You didn't tell them this is the part you will handle. You are just working alone. But when there is teamwork, everyone will be aligned toward common objectives. Number four, number four is skill complementation. And I want you to note this. This is something that we all need to understand about teamwork. Teamwork allows individuals to utilize their strengths and compensate for each other's weakness. You must be comfortable working with people that are smarter than you. You see, the reason why some people don't do great things is because they always work with people that are either less to them in strength or people that maybe they are just having the same strength with them. They feel threatened when people who know more than them want to work with them. They feel like if you can take back your mind to secondary school days. If you are working and someone who knows that subject more than you is coming, there is this part of you that feels you are coming to just make jest of me. Please go and do your own. I'm working on myself and all of that. That is teamwork spirit. Teamwork involves you bringing in people who have strengths. A particular CEO was quoted to have said that I'm successful because I surround myself with people that are better than me. And you could be imagining who else could be better than you? You are the richest man. But he's not the richest man because he's a lone ranger, but because he knows how to work with people. So this training is to the intent that you from this class will start learning people's skill and you learn how to get the best through people. Number five, importance of teamwork, learning and growth. Working in a team provides opportunities to learn from peers and develop new skills. Honestly, if you learn to appreciate people, if you learn to work with people as a team, you will learn a lot from them than you could have learned by yourself alone. Some people have resources that you would have paid for, that you would have paid thousands of naira for. Some people in your team would have access. A particular case study was given of a business school that some people attended, and the facilitator, the professor who took the business school, asked all of them that they should come out and speak openly what they could have, they love to have achieved in life, but they've not been able to achieve it. That they should come and tell everybody, you stand, you pick up the microphone and speak what I would have loved to achieve, but have not been able to achieve it. And he gave them room, everybody came out and they spoke. After he did that, then he now asked a question. And all of them, they took note of what each person has said. They documented as each person was speaking. Then they now said, Now, okay, this is the way it went. As they were speaking, before the person will leave, the facilitator of that class in that business school will ask that who has the solution, who can help, who knows what this person needs to do to solve the problem he or she is having. And they started doing that. By the time they will get to the last person, the person who related this case study said probably they have just maybe 2 or 1 case that they couldn't solve at, at that instance of time. What is the essence of the case study I've just brought to you? Is that the people that surround you, the people you are working with, they have solutions to what may be your greatest headache. There is every possibility that they have the answer to what is your own pain points, what is bothering your mind. Learn to work with people. Number 6, there is better problem solving. Problems are solved more better when team works together. A team of people can tackle challenges more effectively by pooling knowledge and expertise. Number 7, increased accountability. Working in a team encourages individuals to stay accountable and committed to their roles. You will discover that when you want to go to a place together, and let's say you are 5 people going together, and you have to get there by 8, one of the things that will keep you wanting to get there by 8 is that you discuss with others you are getting here by 8. But if you are just the one going alone, if any temptation comes your way not to get there by 8, you may likely not be bothered because you don't have anybody to account to. But when you have people who can hold you responsible for your decision, it helps you to be more productive because you are accountable. If you are struggling to achieve more with your life, it could be that you are not really accountable to anyone. Number 8, boosted morale and motivation. When you have people working with you, it will give you, a heightened level of motivation. When you see others doing their best, when you see people getting work done, you are also encouraged to do your part because that's the way we are structured, that's the way we are framed as human beings. We are motivated when we see people succeeding as well. We want to measure up. Someone said, and I quote, in life, you will adjust to the speed of whosoever you are working with. It is either the person working with you adjusts to your speed or you adjust to the speed of that person. What's the essence of this course? In essence, I'm saying that when you work as a team, it has a way of boosting your morale. When people work together effectively, the results can be extraordinary. Now, we need to quickly look at how you can build a strong team. How you can build a strong team. That's what we are going to look at now. Thank you all for following. We want to look at how you can build a strong team. Number 1, before you join a team or you call people together, define a clear vision and purpose. You are thinking of starting something outside school or even while you are still on campus. And you are thinking of, I need people to work with me. Define clear vision and purpose. If there is no vision, there will be confusion. If there's no purpose, there will be problem. So you must be able to articulate a compelling mission. This is what we want to achieve. We want to build clothes that address the issue of immodest dressing in my company. That could be somebody. A clear vision. So whoever is joining the team knows that this is what I'm going to do there. Ensure every team member understands the why behind the work. Some people don't understand their why. Everybody wants to be a fashion designer. Why do you want to be a fashion designer? It is your why that will keep you going when challenges come. Oh, everybody wants to be a graphic designer. The question is, why do you want to be? Someone said, and I quote, a man that knows the reason why can cope with anyhow. Once you know the reason why you are doing something, no matter what happens, you will cope. If your why is actually a good why, a good reason. So for you to have people to work with you, let them have a sense of clarity that each person coming around you or coming to your team knows that this is what you want to achieve. Number two, hire the right people. Now, the word hire there is more industry specific for coupling and all of that. But I could say, get the right people. Work with the right people. If you find wrong people with you, it will be very difficult to achieve any results. Look for talents that complement the team's strengths. For example, now, you don't want to set up a fashion designing hub and you are taking in somebody whose passion is to be a DJ. What's he going to really contribute? He is not a designer. He's not interested in even learning how to sew, but he loves to sing. Perhaps in a more joking way, on a light mode, perhaps you want him to play music for you and then to keep you motivated. But that may not really be the best fit for your team. Hire for attitude and growth mindsets. I want you to take note of this. When you are bringing in people to your team, watch out for their attitude. Some people are very skillful, but they don't have good attitude. They don't have the attitude, that will encourage others. Some people make others to feel bad, to feel less of themselves when they come around others. So watch out for attitude. Then people who have growth mindsets. Somebody may not have the skill at present, but skills can be taught. But if the person has the drive and the person can easily adapt, those kind of person are the people you want to bring in, because drive and adaptability are harder to put into people who don't really want to have, who don't really want to change. So you should look out for that. Then another thing you want to do is to foster psychological safety and trust. How do you do that? You encourage open communication. Make it safe to share ideas, take risks and fail. Yes, let your team members know that. I read a quote from Elon Musk. He said in his complaint, he said, failure is allowed here. He said, failure is allowed here. He said, if you are not failing, that means you are not innovative enough. Elon Musk, quotes, end of quotes. So, if you are building a team, don't make people feel you must not do anything wrong. People cannot share their ideas. That kind of organization will not grow. Continuation of how to build a strong team. Number 4, cultivates high performance culture. Reward initiative and innovation. If somebody brings an idea, a groundbreaking idea, let that person be appreciated. Celebrate wins and learn from failures. You celebrate your wins, then you learn from failures. If anybody fails, don't just say, well, a leader is not a person that pampers people. At the same time, it doesn't crucify people. But there's a middle point, there's a balance. You call the person, what can we learn from this mistake we have made? How do we avert this mistake in the future? So you celebrate your wins and then you learn from failures. But the bottom line is that you reward initiatives. If somebody takes initiative, somebody brings to the table an idea that that is groundbreaking, that brings solution to the problem, let the person be rewarded. That would motivate others to also want to to take initiative later and to want to come with innovative idea. But if people are giving their best to your organization, to your team, and you are not rewarding them, you will not be able to keep them together. Number 5, empower and develop your team. As a good leader that we are training you to be, and that we believe you are going to become, invest in growth. It could be that you pay for somebody to take an online course, Now, as a leader, you must invest into yourself. That's it. But invest into your team, invest into their growth, their training, mentorship. Stretch assignments that will keep the people engaged as a leader, as a team leader, as a team player. Delegate effectively. Give ownership, not just task. Let people have a sense of this work and they want to do it. Not that you said, okay, we are doing this work, but we are doing this work. Nobody specifically attached to any task. That work may not be done. If you are going to hold a meeting, specify who is to open the door. Specify who is to take the attendance. Specify who is going to start the meeting. Set the meeting agenda even before the meeting begins. So all of these are what you need to build effective team. Number 6, optimize team dynamics. And this is how you can do that. If you want to optimize your team dynamics, resolve conflicts quickly. Yes, resolve conflicts quickly. Unaddressed tensions erodes performance. Ensure that you clarify roles and responsibilities. That is, avoid overlaps and gaps. That is the way to optimize your team dynamics. Changes will occur. Somebody could have, friction with another person in your team. Don't let it slide. Address it quickly so that the motivation of your team will not erode away. That leads us to conflict resolution. Conflict resolution. I'm going to start with this quote by Stephen. Stephen quotes, or quoted, and I'm going to read. He says, most conflicts are not battles between right and wrong. They are battles between different perspectives. If you look at the picture on the background, these two guys are pulling the rope, and they are going different directions. Each of them, the only thing you can observe, what you can observe between these two persons, let me ask you, you can drop in the chat box what you can observe from these two persons, from the picture you are seeing on the background. Taking a cue from the quotes, most conflicts are not battles between right and wrong. They are battles between different perspectives. Drop in the chat box what you think, what you can think of the picture on the background. Let me have some of your responses. What you think of the picture from the background? What do you think is happening there? They are pulling towards different directions. There's a struggle. That's from William. Thank you, William Victor. Adela says they are pulling towards different directions. They have different views. Yeah, some go to the right, the other went left. So they are pulling it. Lack of cooperation. Yeah, you are all right. All the submissions are very, very correct. So how do we resolve that? You need to understand what conflict means. So how do we resolve that? So let's keep going. Thank you for your comments. They are all correct. Now, Understanding conflicts. Let's look at it. It is needful to understand what conflict is before we attempt to resolve it. If you don't know the problem, you may not be able to actually resolve it. You will note that from the picture on the background, it may not be that the first guy saying, "Give me my rope." It's not likely. I've not even seen anybody drop that kind of comments. I don't think anybody says, the first guy says, "Give me my rope." It's not about ownership. It's not about I'm the owner of the rope. But it is about, guy, let's go this way now. No, it is this way we should go. It's a problem of perspective. So it's not about this person is right or wrong, really. But it's just that I'm not seeing the way you are seeing it. So you see, conflict is a natural disagreement. It's natural. It happens. That arises when individuals or groups have differing, or different interests. When they have different values, different goals, different perceptions, leading to tension and opposition, just like you have on that picture in the background, there was tension. The tension that rope. And then there was opposition. They are opposing each other. They were not supporting each other because they have different goals. And let me add this, and I want you to take notes. The word vision means that there is a purpose. There is something to do. You have vision. You can see something. Now, the word die, D-I, means two. Die means two. Now, when you bring two visions together, in the real sense now, when you have two visions and there are two different visions together, it will cause division. When you bring that word D-I and you place it just behind vision, I said die vision, it is division. So division is not necessarily that people hate each other, but they just have different vision. Let's do it this way. Sorry, I don't think that is the best. Why not this way? And then your team starts arguing. So it's a natural disagreement. We have different types of conflicts, and you need to understand so that you know what to do when each of them begins to surface. Number one type of conflict is task conflicts. When there is agreement over goals or a particular work, let's do this at this time. No, this is not what we should do now. Let's go and buy this material now. Oh, let's leave it. Go and buy this material now. Things are expensive. Task conflict. It's not because the person did not hate you. The person only feels this is not to be done now, or I'm not the one to do it. Task conflicts. Number two, there could be relationship conflicts. Personal clashes now. Look at the way you greeted me. Somebody could have problem with even age difference. Somebody could even have problem with gender difference. As we had some issue in the government, in the recent time, and I know some of you probably followed in that news of what happens between two respected personalities, a man and a woman, and it's all of relationship issue, and it could happen. Number three, you have process conflicts. Now, this is how work gets done. Process conflicts. For example, in some of the organizations, you could have, maybe you have the safety manager. You have somebody who is in the safety department, who is to ensure that all employees, they comply to safety standards. There is something we call permit to work. There is something we call LOTO, log out, tag out. Meaning, if you want to work on a machine that has moving parts, you're expected to go and de-energize that machine. That is, you put it off, and then you also lock it up, so that if you are working inside that machine, nobody can come and put it on. So, and then your life is endangered. But you see some engineers, they may feel, why do I need to do LOTO? It's my work, nothing will happen. And then the safety manager or safety personnel can say, you are not going to do this work. Now you see, the safety manager or safety personnel is not against him. He only feels follow due process. Follow due process. Another example is when you have road safety marshals and you have, the commuters, drivers, and the road safety personnel says, ensure you put on your seatbelt. And then this driver would not want to put on seatbelt. There will be conflict or process. Everyone, the road safety marshals want you to drive safely. The driver also wants to get to where it's going to safely. But the process is ensure that you have your license up to date and you put on your seatbelt when you are driving. So there could be process conflicts. And those are just few examples, and there could be more depending on the kind of team you are managing. Now, is conflict always bad? Well, we are going to see. There is constructive conflict. You see, when there is a better idea and when there is an innovative idea, you could say that, sorry, I'm not going to support this idea. So conflict is not always bad. For example, a very local kind of illustration. You are in a particular organization or a community, and you are to hire people to come and cut grass for you, to come and trim your lawns. And then someone says, well, let's get guys that will use cutlass. But you have a better innovative idea that there are not lawnmowers and there are better machines to do it. And that will even do it maybe faster and better. But someone says, possibly somebody has a feeling, or let's even say you are the one to do it. Take for instance now they say, okay, all engineering students, we are going to the farm, or all agric engineering students, you are going to farm, or agricultural student, whichever may be the case, you are going to go to the farm and bring your cutlass, and you are going to start cutting. But someone feels, why must we go through cutting of grasses with cutlass? We can get machines to do it. And that could be a constructive conflict. It's not because you hate the person, but you have a better idea. And just think of any situation when there is a better way of achieving what someone is suggesting. You may not likely want to keep quiet. There could be conflicts, and then you must know how to manage that. Then we have destructive conflicts. There is destructive conflicts. This is what we want you to avoid. When you have no toxic kind of relationship, broken relationship, that's destructive. When someone says, I don't want to see you again. When someone says, so long I'm in this company, you are not going to enjoy your life. Those are two, that's to the extreme. And you don't want to be involved in anything like that. What are the causes of conflicts? Causes of conflicts. See, number one, when you have in a group, when you have unequal efforts, imagine somebody is just there in the team, is not doing anything. I know some of you will be laughing now. If you have experienced what I'm going to say now, just say yes in the chat box. Now, when you are in a team, you are doing group work, and somebody is there not just doing anything, you are doing practical. People are not contributing equal efforts. That could lead to conflict. Somebody who can feel, I'm not a fool. How will I be doing this and possibly maybe even paying? Somebody is not paying. Go and collect sample. Somebody is not even doing anything, and only a few persons. I can see from the chat box, people are saying yes, they've experienced it, or possibly they are even experiencing it now. So you are just the only person writing reports. The other person is not even copying himself. He's still paying, possibly going to pay someone to copy. That will lead to conflict when there is unequal efforts. Then when you have creative differences, for example now, you are told to write a report of the practical work you have done, and somebody feels there's no point sitting down to write this thing. Let's go and copy from past colleagues or senior colleagues who had gone. They have an archive where they drop all of these things. Let's copy. And somebody feels, I can't do that. That's destructive to my creativity. somebody uses brain to do that, let me do it. Or someone can say, and they give them assignments. Someone can say, yeah, let's use ChatGPT to just do copy and paste for this man. And somebody feels sorry. No, let's think. That could lead to conflicts in a group project. Then, when there is missed deadlines, imagine in a group project now, you are the one to, you are the social media coordinator for the project. You have to push the publicity, and then you are waiting on the guy to give you the graphic design, and then he's promising you tomorrow, promising next tomorrow, until there's no more time to do publicity, and then because of his own negligence, it has affected your own performance. So there will be conflict. You will not be happy, no, naturally, and it's natural. You won't be happy. You can't see that kind of guy and say, guy, well done, my guy, well done, my guy, they feel you. You will not say that. It's very, somebody said, yes, it's very frustrating, very, very frustrating. Yeah. So the next one is in a leadership role, what can lead to conflicts? When there is power struggles in a club. For example, in student government, when there are power struggles, when somebody is just trying to show, I get what you people don't have, I know people, or he feels he has an edge, and then because of that, he is trying to impose his decisions on the team, even when it's not the best, that could lead to conflict. For example, you may want to hold dinner or you want to hold a party, and somebody feels because he is the leader of the team and is imposing the venue to suit his own. Probably he has someone who is running the business of renting out event centers and all of that. Somebody can say this is where we are going to use, and it's because he wants to favor someone. So in leadership, when there is power struggle and he's using the power of his seat, and when it's not the best, or somebody say let's use the school or let's use this common ground, power that will lead to conflict, and it's very natural as well. Communication gaps, yes, that will lead to conflict when there are assumptions, lack of active listening. You need to watch out for this as you are becoming a leader. You must not assume, you must not leave your team members to assume that this is what they should do. This is what they should do. You should clearly state out. And yourself as a team member who is expected to be a good team player, you are expected also to ask your role. Don't assume. For example, now we are having a meeting by 11 a.m. and we didn't tell anybody that we are going to meet by 11 a.m. And you expect the people to assume that it is 11. And then you as a team leader, you get there by 11 and you are waiting. And then you start calling, hey, where are you? That's how you used to do. I don't like working with you. I've been here since 11. And the person said, sorry, I didn't know it's 11. You should have known. Now, what time do you think meeting should hold? That would not be right. You need to let the people know. So there must not be communication gap. Then there must be active listening. You see, some persons only listen to give a reply. They don't listen to understand what the person is saying. When you are talking, they are already preparing to answer you back, whether they understand what you said or not. You've learned under communication, public speaking and communication to listen to people and never attempt to even cut them when they are talking. And while they are talking, don't start thinking, what will you say? Rather, listen to understand what they are saying. And when they stop talking, you try to paraphrase what they have said, using statements like, if I get you well, this is what you are saying. And then you ask, am I right? That's the way to communicate. That way, you have given the person a sense of belonging. You have shown the person you are genuinely interested in what the person is saying. And that way, you are fulfilling the law that says, speak forth to understand before you try to be understood. That way, you'll be a good communicator. Then, another cause of conflict, when you have competition, for example, grades can lead to conflicts. Yes, leadership position, when there is competition, like I'm supposed to be the one, I'm more qualified, I'm supposed to be the class captain or the team leader, that will lead to a level of conflicts also, or the grade that is given. Now, conflict is inevitable, it's something that we cannot just do without. So why conflict is inevitable? Why is conflict necessary? Number one, because of diversity of thoughts. We think differently. We see things differently. We were raised from different backgrounds. You could have conflict even over the food to eat in your hostel, you and your roommates. You could say, let's cook Indomie. No, why will I eat Indomie for night? Give me amala. And say, me, I don't have to cook amala now. You really want to cook it. And then you have a level of, level of conflict there. There could be a level of conflict there. Then passion for goals. Some leaders want results. That's it. Often strong leaders, they want results and they care about what they are doing deeply. And that can spark debate. They can start challenging you that, sorry, we want to get results, let's get things done. We are getting slow. That will lead to conflicts, and you are not feeling comfortable with the team. Yes, it's not because the person hates you, but the person deeply cares about what he's doing with his life, and he feels we are working together on this project. This is second semester, and we've not done chapter one. Guy, what are you doing? And all of that. And then he's like, this guy is threatening me. This guy is making life difficult for me. It's not really. It's just that no, it's natural. That person is showing the sign of a strong leader. Then growth opportunity. This could also lead to conflict. Healthy conflicts leads to better solution. Yes, when you want growth, when you are not comfortable seeing things dragging, that could lead to conflict, and you tell people, I don't want people to come late to work, or possibly even as a lecturer, you just want the student to grow. You discover people are getting late. That's why lecturers, you see, all they are teaching us, they want to imbibe in us culture that we need to try in the marketplace. Punctuality is one of them. That's why they want to take attendance early. They want to ensure that some of them will even close the door once their class starts. It's not because they hate you. That level of conflict you are having there, and you feel like, I hate this man, I'm always behind the doors. Once his class starts, this and that. That conflict you are experiencing is not because the man hates you, it's because of the growth he desires. He wants you to grow. He wants you to grow. Now, common misconception about conflicts. There are some certain misconceptions that people have when we talk about conflicts. One of it is this: to them, conflict means someone is wrong. If somebody opposes you, the misconception that many people have is they are saying I'm wrong. The truth actually is that it is often just a difference in approach. When somebody is in conflict with you about something, see from the approach angle. Okay, what are you trying? What approach are you trying to bring forth? You can ask the person. Don't think the person that he hates me, he's opposing me. He doesn't want my idea to try. No, don't see from that angle. See from the angle of, okay, are you trying to bring forth a new approach? Let me understand what you are trying to say. That way, you calm the tension of the person. But if you know that's how you normally do, you are always opposing me, you don't need to support me. That's the wrong perspective about conflicts. Number two, there, some people know avoiding conflicts keeps the peace. That's not true. Some people say, you see, I just want to day my day. I just want to be. I don't want to have anything to do with that guy. And they are in the team. You see, unresolved conflict grows into resentment. When you don't resolve something that happens, it will grow into resentment. It will go into hatred, malice, and the team will not be able to make progress. And if you are now in the position to help that person achieve something, or they want to pair you together and say, A and B, you'll be going together to do this. You feel, sorry, actually, I will not be available. You will become suddenly unavailable because it's that guy that you feel, let me just keep silent. I don't want to talk to that guy. If there's somebody you don't want to talk to your team, that's the beginning of problem. Ensure you address it, because it will not help you if you keep silent over it. Number three, misconception. Strong leaders always win arguments. Some people feel, yes, if I can win, if I'm able to talk others down, that means I'm a strong leader. Leadership is not about winning arguments. It is not. The truth is that strong leaders resolve arguments for the team's benefits. You don't just, some people, if you see some leaders, if people are talking, somebody with one baritone voice just say, calm down, hey, and we just shout or bang his hand on the table, and then he feels because he has done that, he is a strong leader. No, you are not a leader because you shout others down. You are not a leader because you say, oh yeah, all of you go back to your work now. No, you should try to resolve the arguments for the benefit of the team, not just say, I don't want to hear any noise now. All of you, if you keep shutting people down and they don't talk out their mind, that team will soon scatter. So now let's go to having understood conflict, let's go to conflict resolution. Conflict resolution. Conflict resolution is the process of addressing and settling disagreements between individuals or groups in a constructive way. Emphasis on the word constructive. In a thoughtful way. Don't just talk. Think in a constructive way. Don't just take action. Meditate. What will be the outcome of what I'm about to say? And you are going to learn some other processes and strategies to do this as we continue in today's session. Now, what is the goal of conflict resolution? The goal is to find a mutual acceptable solution while maintaining positive relationships. You want to find a mutually acceptable solution. You see the word find, that thing is lost. It's not that you have it. A leader does not always have the solution, but you are ready to find it, and not selfish acceptable solution, not partially acceptable, mutually, that everybody will accept, okay, this is what we're now going to do, while maintaining positive relationship. You are not biased. You don't talk to one person. There's something I'm noticing people. Some people settle issues by talking about each other to different party in a way that the person they are talking to will feel appreciated, and the person is having problem with will feel is going to be seen as the person who is not doing well. That's the way some people settle cases. They will go and speak to A, they say, I don't mind that B, that's the way you used to do. You see, I understand you, I understand your point. Just let's settle it. Then that same person who calls himself a leader will go to B and say, B, you see, I just like you. You see, it's A that has issues. You are not settling issues. You are only being hypocritical. You are behaving like a chameleon. And when these two people later find out what you have said, they will discover that you've not really settled anything. Rather, you only kept the fire for another time. So always maintain positive relationship. Don't spoil any person. And then productivity. Now, why conflict resolution matters? The reason why you must resolve matters. Not just say, hey, everybody, keep quiet, go back to your work. One of it is to prevent toxic work environment. If you shut people down, they may be doing the work, but it will be a toxic environment. I don't know whether you've seen people working and somebody will come in, the other one will hiss and say, shh, we hiss and do signs of, is it this matter? Forgive this person now. That environment is toxic. Number two, to enhance collaboration and trust. People that have not resolved issues, can you bring them together and say, what do you think? They are not thinking anything, they are thinking of how to talk against themselves, they are thinking of how to slap each other, because the environment is now toxic. Have you experienced calling a group meeting and somebody comes late or did not come because somebody is in that team that he doesn't appreciate? If you have experienced that, tell me yes, let me see your comments. If you have called a meeting and somebody did not show up because he feels me, if it is that guy that is coming, I'm not going to show my face. Yeah. So another one there is improves decision making. When you resolve conflict, decision making will be improved. Diverse perspective lead to better outcomes. You don't want to have a team that you say, Mr. So what do you think? He says, sorry, I don't have anything to say. He couldn't think of what to say because he's not happy with somebody. And you see the reason why we must resolve conflict. So you will not get the best from your team, from your colleagues that you are working together, if you don't help them to solve the problem. So conflict resolution is worth the stress. It's worth the efforts and investment put into it to solve the problem. As long as you want that team to keep working together. Then boost team morale and engagement. And of course, that is very self-explanatory. Now, let's quickly look at the 5-step conflict resolution process. Let's quickly look at the 5 conflict resolution process. Now, one of it is this: identify root cause. You must be able to find what is happening, why it happened. You must be able to find it. Sorry. You must be able to find the root cause and also listen attentively or actively. Number 3, find common ground. Find common ground. Number 4, brainstorm solutions. And number 5, agree on action and then you do follow up. That is very important. Very important. Now, because of my time, I'll just quickly go through this and I'll give room for questions. You will have access to this material on the MarkTechie platform, and you'll be able to download it. Now, there are 5 key conflict resolution strategies. Number 1 is collaborative. This is strategy number 1. It's a win-win approach. Everybody works together to find a solution that satisfies all parties. And when you use this kind of strategy, for complex issues where both sides have valid concerns, the two of them have better ideas, they have good ideas, then you now sit together. What do you do now? You work together to find solutions that satisfy all parties. It's a win-win approach. Then number 2, strategy is compromising. Compromise is another strategy in conflict resolution. Compromising is not that you are pretending, so to speak, or that you are trying to now surrender, like, okay, I'm a loser. No, to compromise does not mean you lose. It means both sides gives up something to reach a fair agreement. For example, let's meet by 7:30, let's meet by 8:30. Okay, why not let's meet by 8? Each of you has surrendered 30 minutes to make that decision. Then another strategy is accommodating. That is, yield for harmony. One party prioritizes the relationship over their own needs. You want to accommodate others. Yes, you want to accommodate others. It could be maybe you are traveling and one of you has a car, and then normally you wouldn't carry anybody, you wouldn't carry even more than 4 persons. But now, maybe you are going to use his car, you won't carry more persons. Yes, that you may have to accommodate them just for harmony. Yes, when issue is minor or just preserving peace is critical. Then number 4, avoiding conflicts. Now, this one is not keeping silence when the conflict has started, but you can avoid conflicts. How? You ignore or you delay the conflicts. When do you make use of this? When emotions are high or the issue is trivial, if it is a small matter, it's not everything you talk about, you just keep quiet. Let me let this one go. And then when you discover that the emotions of this person is high, this person is not in the best mood, if I speak now, it will only spark his anger the more. You can keep silence, you can delay the conflict. Remember, conflict is not fight, is that you want to present your own idea, you want to present your own perspective. You may not present it when you know the person will not understand. That's what we are saying now. All right. So 5 key. The 5th one is competing. One party imposes their solution. This is often done by a leader. In the case of emergency, when an unethical behavior must be stopped, you can impose and say everybody should move out now. For example, they are working and there is fire outbreak. You can impose all these people, I'm not going out. So I say everybody should move out. Or you want to lock, maybe they are fighting in a particular environment and they want to lock the school. Something like that, and you are the leader. Some people may have the idea. Remember, there will be conflict of interest. sorry, I don't feel I don't feel like the chaos that is going on will really get to us in the school. And maybe you are the VC, as we pray that many of you will become in the nearest future, and you are the one in charge. You could take decision and say, we are closing this school because you want to prioritize safety. For example, another example is a manager overruling a risky decision to protect the company. If there's something that people want to do, they want to start a project and it's going to affect the reputation of the company. Or perhaps it could be that they want, if you have worked with some company, the quality department normally impose their decision. And the manufacturing and the marketing department sometimes may have issues, especially marketing departments. They need a product. Take for example, they need maybe a particular flavor of a particular drink. And the quality department sees that this drink is not up to standard. They can ban it, they can quarantine it and say, you are not taking this out of here. And then there will be conflicts. The marketing manager can feel like my customers are waiting, and then the quality manager is hindering my work and all of that. Yes, he imposes his decision because he's going to protect the company's image. He knows that if that product should get out, even though you achieve the goal of selling it, you would also lose your reputation. So, takeaways as we round up the class. Conflict isn't about who is right. Remember, it's not you are right, it's about what is best for the team. Mr. A, can we just discuss what is best for us as a team? It's not about, even if I'm wrong, I accept. As a future leader that we are preparing you to be, your job isn't to eliminate conflicts, but to harness it for innovation. Once you see there's conflict, go and get what is your own idea, sir. Get the idea of the other person, and then you want to harness it for innovation and stronger relationship. Please take these quotes as takeaway from this class. A leader's job is not to avoid conflicts, but to resolve it in a way that strengthens the team. That is by Simon. Another quote says, the quality of our lives depends not on whether or not we have conflicts, but how we respond to them. That is from Thomas. The last quote here says, the best way to resolve any conflict is to collaborate and create an outcome that works for everyone. That is from Tony Robbins. We shall now take questions very quickly. If you have a question, please do well to drop in the chat box. Thank you so much. Let me call on my co-moderator to facilitate this session. You have a question, you could please drop it in the chat box. Thank you. Yeah, the attendance will be dropped. Please stay, don't go, the attendance will be dropped. Someone is asking about attendance. Yeah, thank you, sir. Thank you also for joining. Very important. Your participation is an encouragement to us.
Well done, sir. That was a very, very good session so far. I think everybody enjoyed it. So if anyone has any questions, okay, there's one question already, but let me just put it out there that if anyone has questions, drop it on the chat and on the YouTube. We'll be responding to all your questions. So let me see, here's one question. What's the difference between conflict and violence?
Yeah, that's noted. That's noted. I'll take that. Is there another question as well?
Okay, someone was asking how do we access the MarkTech key platform for assignments and the documents? Please post your question on the group, on the general group, on the WhatsApp group, on the Telegram group. Someone answer it there. Then someone says I'm unable to join the WhatsApp group. Yes, the WhatsApp group is full, but if you're on the Telegram group, that's fine. We're using both the Telegram group and the WhatsApp group. What else? Please, do we have access to the MarkTech platform for assignments and documents? Yes, you should be able to access your assignments because people have been submitting their assignments so far. So yes.
All right. Let me quickly take the questions. The first question says, what is the difference between conflicts and violence? They are two different words. They have two different meanings. Conflicts is disagreements, between two parties. You have different perspective, and that could be resolved through communication, negotiation, and you can talk just from what we've learned. But when you talk about violence, violence involves using physical force or power to harm or to intimidate somebody. It's more of an intentional or deliberate attempt to harm or to dominate others. So there are two different things. I hope that answers your question. Another question here says, how do we manage conflicts and not in any way losing my core in the name of compromising? Now, I think you are talking about losing your core principles. For example, let's say integrity. I'm just assuming for you now. Now, when you follow, you must understand the compromise you are talking about. Yes, core values, all right. So when we talk about compromising is not that you agree to do what is bad, because that's one meaning that compromise has. For example, now if somebody is tempted to tell lie, and then you hear that he or she compromises, meaning he told a lie. For example, now to even falsify figure, that's not what we are saying. The kind of conflict we are talking about is conflict that if you should stay on your ground, is affecting another person's performance, and is affecting somebody's performance, and is also going to affect the progress of the organization. So, for example, now, if we are talking about somebody who wants you to falsify figures or to partner with him or her to deceive the company and get money out, you discover that what he is trying to do is against the company, is against your team. That way, you can impose your decision, you can take your stand. That kind of person now is a wrong person in your team. So you don't want to compromise on that. But where you compromise is when your point of view is not something that if they don't go by it will affect the company. It's just your own perspective. In fact, you can compromise to the point of saying, okay, let's try his own idea. If it works out, fine. And then we'll go by it. And if it doesn't, then we can try my own. That's the kind of compromise we are talking about. It's not compromise of, this is something bad you want us to do. Okay, since that's what you want, I want to please everybody, I will do that. No. I hope I've answered your question. If there's any other question, please drop. The attendance form has been dropped. Please ensure you fill your attendance before you take your leave. More questions? Do you have any question from the YouTube followers? Please drop your questions. Yes, someone said, I just checked the Telegram group and I didn't see how to access the MarkTech platform. You will need to scroll. You need to read up. Yeah. The class is very interesting. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you, Mohammed. Thank you. So please ask questions.
Sorry to cut you off, sir. Please keep trying the Google form. It's working on our ends. I've used different laptops, so keep checking your network. The Google form is working. So keep trying the Google form, keep trying the attendance. Do you have any other questions? Kindly drop your questions on both the YouTube and the Zoom. For those still having problems with the form, refresh your page. It's working. Refresh your page, refresh your forms, refresh your browser. Refresh your browser, maybe try with Chrome if you're trying another browser, but it's working. We have people that are able to do the attendance, so the problem will likely be from your end and not ours. Keep refreshing it, please. Maybe use your Chrome or something.
All right. So the meeting will be ending very shortly. Somebody asked if you have access to the documents. Yeah, sure, you will on the MarkTech. You can always get more resource from the MarkTech site. We're going to upload it there. So do well to check. People are already submitting assignments. Attendance rather, sorry. As attendance. So it's working. I think that's about the 3 people who have submitted. So if it's not working at your end, try to refresh or you try another browser. It's working, people are submitting attendance already. All right, so if there's no any other question, I'll hand over to my co-facilitator, Ms. Farida. Thank you so much. Yes, for assignments, just check the MarkTech site. You'll have updates on everything you need to know about the assignment and the material. So how to access the MarkTech, check the platforms. You can drop that question on the platform and you'll be put through. And then normally we have a session every Monday on how to onboard to access the platform. So if you are finding difficult, try to be available on any of the sessions on Monday and you'll be helped if you're having any difficulties. But if you're not having any difficulty in accessing the platform, I don't think that will be a challenge for you. Just log in with your details and you'll be right there on the MarkTech platform. Thank you for having me. Do enjoy your weekend. Graphic design class holds tomorrow, Friday, at 4 p.m. to 6 p.m. for those who are taking graphic design course with us. So please prepare and also put in your best to make the most of the opportunity. Thank you very much, everyone. So,
So for those having problem with the attendance, the problem is not from our end. It's likely your network or it's the browser you're using. So I cannot help you there. I'm sorry. So keep trying it. Would wait for you till 5:50. Keep trying the link. The problem is not from our end. The problem is from your end.
The recording has stopped.
Please keep trying. Kindly keep trying to fill in the attendance form. We are going to end this call by 5:50, so please keep refreshing your browser, checking your network. Have a good day.